Logistics make all the difference. Guys always reaching out. They're like, oh, my logistics were bad. Or they don't even realize, newer guys or guys that are not in game don't even realize like how bad their logistics are. And they're missing girls left and right because they have a 45 to an hour drive home. And she's like, I can't do that. So you need to know your logistics. I always recommend your place because you have home field advantage and can control the environment. Not everyone has that advantage. Some guys say fuck it and fuck in an alley or on their car. Doesn't really matter as long as it consistently works. What I want you to focus in on, because this knucklehead was like, don't want a girl to know where I live. So either he lives with his parents or he thinks that a dirtbag apartment won't work, or he thinks he's, a spy or some bullshit, or he's like such a low life that he doesn't want anyone to know where he lives. The point is that what are the advantages of taking her back to your place? I say you have control of the environment. You want to have as much control, because I've lost count of the number of guys that lose a first night lay because they show up at her apartment and her roommate's staying there wide awake, or her roommate's there having a party, or two roommates are there, or the dog shit on the floor, or just 1,000 variables that you're not aware of. And it throws the whole thing. This guy spent 2, 3, 4 hours moving this girl from stranger to almost in bed naked, but instead, they're cleaning up dog shit and losing the mood. So when you have control of the environment, you have your logistics, you know where you're going to go, you know where your last spot is and how far it is away from your place, you're going to close more girls. I cannot convey how important having pre-laid good logistics are to increasing your fuck rate. I always recommend your place because you have home field advantage and can control the environment. You know what you're walking into. If you've got a roommate, you've always said, hey, I'm going to be back by like 11 p.m. So if you can like be invisible, disappear, don't come out, that'd be great. Just know that you have more control over the environment. You're going to have more closes. If you know that it's close by, ideally is less than 5 minutes walk from your last location. That is ideal. The less time you guys have for her to start going, I don't know about this, or to even open her mouth, because she's going to say something. She's going to say something that's going to like slow everything down. So you want to move it on and move it quickly. At least be in that environment that things can happen. If you don't have that advantage, you got to start thinking ahead. Can I use my car? Would a hotel room work here? You need to know before you go, because if you look like you're confident and you know what you're doing and this is a good location, she will roll with it. It's when you're like, I don't know, you're looking around for cameras and you're like, oh shit, I hope we don't get caught. Then, you're in for a bad time. And again, I don't really depend on going back to their place if you don't know them that well, because they don't have control over what's going on. And these are girls. They can change their mind at any moment. So I always recommend your place because you have home field advantage and can control the environment. Not everyone has this advantage. Some guys say fuck it and fuck in an alley on their car. Doesn't really matter as long as it constantly works. I mean, there are guys that like bend her over a trash can in the alley behind a bar. That's his system. So if it works for you, that's all that matters. You have to test it. You go, I wonder if this will work. If it works with the first one, you can probably try it with the second one and it will work again. So that's the real deal.